I own these. I didn't get this configuration because this is huge. You are gonna get 6 varieties, 6 daylilies today. 6, 2 of each. You get 3 different varieties and 6 daylily plants for $18.95 with free shipping. It's absolutely, you know, I call it in the garden show the slam dunk. It's such a great deal. The foliage is that brilliant deep green. And then look at the colors of the lilies in that sunshine yellow, that crimson red, that beautiful subtle orange. You're gonna get every one of these plants. Now, when you get them, they'll be starter plants, but you will get flowers very, very soon. It's a huge value. The entire value, $18.95 for 6 plants. When you get them, this is how they start, and they will come up very quickly. You're gonna get the rootstock. Put it in the ground with a little bit of dirt, and then watch them come to life. When you order, you won't be charged till they ship out. This is how we do it. Northern parts of the country get their flowers a little later because it's still cold up there, but you'll get them in April, May. Middle part of the country, you'll get them mostly in May, and then in April, excuse me, and then as you go down the beginning of April, because we're in April now, people in the southern half of the country are already getting them. They're ready to go in the ground. You will love them. The colors, they're great for containers, beds, borders. I mean, I love them because I do all container flowers, and they are absolutely brilliant. And let me just tell you, they are lovely, and they are so easy to grow. They thrive everywhere in the country. So Leaf and Petal, we love these guys. They've been great. And we have our Leaf and Petal expert who we adore. And she knows so much about great plants. And she's up in Boston because that's where she needs to be. But we got her on TV, Rochelle Grayer. Hi, Rochelle.
Hi. I can't wait to...
It's so good to see you. I appreciate you so much when you call in because you've got such great information. But Rochelle, this is an absolute slam dunk. Look at these lilies.
Oh, these are insane. Up here in New England, daylilies are just everywhere. And there's a reason for that because they are so easy to grow, but also they last forever. Like you plant them today, you're still gonna have these blooming like this a decade from now. Like they're so easy, you have to do nothing. When you get them, they're gonna come in bags like this. You're gonna get 2 in each bag. And look at this. These roots are so healthy. They're huge. Like this is as big as my hand.
Wow.
And honestly, you cannot mess this up. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious. You just need to put the roots down and the little green bit up top. But even if you plant these things upside down or screw that up somehow, they're still going to perform for you because they're that easy to grow. They're literally like the most reliable plant. We call them the perfect perennial because they have such beautiful foliage, but also because they bloom literally from mid-spring right through to the fall. One of them actually, the Fragrant Returns, which is that light yellow one on the side closest to you, that one smells amazing too. So the other 2 don't have much fragrant, but that yellow one, its name is Fragrant Returns because it just keeps coming and coming and coming with the blooms, and then they smell good. And by the way, these blooms, that's why they're called daylilies. They last one day and then they throw out another one. And I mean, the vigor of these plants is just amazing because one goes, another one comes, just constant all summer long. So many flowers.
Yeah, if you love blossoms, you will love these. These come with a 1-year warranty. You don't get that at the regular garden store. 1 year. If for any reason they don't work out for you, they'll be replaced. So I love them just because, you know, we had, Palm Sunday, we have Easter coming up. And I always think of lilies when I think of that time of year. I mean, to me, lilies are springtime, right? Most people out there love that. How they return, how they come back, and they just keep popping out those, you know, if you live in that great climate, they're just perpetual, they'll keep on going. We're giving you a variety so that you'll have every beautiful color of lily that you love. These are great for anything, whether you want to clip them or just keep them in pots. I mean, honestly, in beds or borders, Rochelle, they just make you smile. They really do.
They do make you smile. Yeah. And I just got to tell you, what else makes me smile is how many of these you get for this price. This is kind of insane. I mean, like $3 a piece.
Yeah.
You can't beat it. And I mean, the thing is when you go to a nursery, you're paying for dirt. I don't know if you all realize that. You're paying for dirt because this would be in a pot and the same little sprouting thing, and you're going to pay for that pot in the dirt. Whereas, here you don't need to pay for the dirt. We're just going to ship you this super healthy rootstock. You put it in the ground and off it goes. It's so much easier to get these things going than a lot of other things. They're the simplest plant, but they bring so much to your garden. I like to plant them, to be honest. I put them, and you see them a lot in New England, like down fence rows or stone walls, but you can also put them in containers because they have that big, lush foliage. Those ones that you have there on the set, those are probably second year, but these will spread and they will just keep getting bigger and bigger. And over time too, you can split them and you'll have more. I mean, these are something that if you get them today, you are literally going to have them for, the life of your garden. They just come back every year, top to bottom of the country. Doesn't matter where you live. They're heat tolerant. They're cold tolerant. They're humid tolerant. They don't have pests. No. They're simple. You don't have to clip them back. You don't have to do anything.
One of the reasons, Rochelle, I love these so much is they are so low maintenance. I mean, literally, it's hard to screw this up. It really is. Just get them in the ground. When you get them delivered, that's the time, because we know where you live. We know you get them right into the ground or in a pot or whatever, and then just prepare. And I love them because they kind of remind me, everything in your garden kind of reminds you of your children or your grandchildren or your pets or whatever it is you have, because it's like you get to watch them grow, but you get to watch the time lapse because they grow so much faster than our kids. But and our kids are a lot more work. We know that as well. These are very simple, but they give you something to be excited about every time you walk out onto that patio or out into your yard, because you're waiting for the next one of your children to come up, right? I mean, it's so much fun. And to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these for $18.95, I don't know if we'll ever do this again. We're even shipping them for free. All right, you have a 1-year warranty. When you go to the garden store, and I'm not telling you not to go to the garden store if you need your mulch and all this other, no, it's all good. But when it comes to plants, for me, I want a company that's what they do, and that's all that they do. They're not the jack of all trades. They're really focused with us on our plants, so they take good care of them because they live and die by their success. If we give you plants that don't work, guess what? They're not going to be back. Leaf and Petal is back again for a second year because people love them. They're easy. Most of the growers that we give you or the flowers that we give you are relatively easy to maintain. We do that on purpose because, I mean, if you got a 50-50 chance, that's not a good one to bring to you on TV. We don't want you to be a gardener to raise a garden. We want you to be just like anybody. And it's a really, really therapeutic way to spend your time right now. Just trust me on that.
It is.
I thank Doug. He's gotten me so many beautiful different plants, and I've gotten things off HSN. I bought the tomatoes. I bought that. You know what I bought last week was the tomato cage. Brilliant. The one that stackable. Oh my gosh, for my tomatoes that I got from you. I can't wait to see those grow. They're things that take your mind off things. They're positive things you can do. And gardening is one of them. It's good for you. It's good for your mind. It's good for the planet. Because remember, all these things are giving back oxygen. They're giving back good things. They take the bad and give off good. And they really are just lovely. And, as I said, Easter's coming up. So you probably won't get them in time for Easter depending on where you live. But you'll be able to celebrate with them and think about it. And bring clippings over to Mom's house. When we start to be able to get out, think about how much more you'll enjoy them, because then you can share them with everybody. But we are very, very busy right now, as I knew we would be, because how you guys did 6 of these for under $20, my man, and Rochelle, these are absolutely beautiful. And even the foliage, the green, the deep green, how it offsets the color of the blossoms, right?
You know what, Guy? It's not just the foliage offsetting the flowers of these plants themselves. I mean, what's so nice about these is you do have this beautiful foliage, and daylilies shoot up these really tall stalks that have the flowers. So you have these flowers that are coming out above that pretty grass. Yeah. But everything else that you have planted around it gets this beautiful green, lush, grassy backdrop, which makes everything else look really pretty too. Yeah. I mean, in my garden, I have shorter plants in front of it and around the sides, and I have some other ones in the back, and this just it's like a nice blending. These are going to get, that grassy part gets a solid 18 inches tall, and then the flowers themselves, they can get up to 3 feet. I mean, these are good sized plants. They really can get quite tall, and really are just kind of that showstopper when you walk out into your garden. They are that reliable plant that is always going to be blooming, always going to be there to greet you and put a smile on your face and kind of give you that moment that you just kind of want when you go out into your garden and just relax.
I love too that they grow pretty much anywhere. I mean, these will grow anywhere in the country, top to bottom. You can't. That's why I say when you can't muck it up, you can't mess with this. I mean, whether you're way up, in the Rockies, or if you're up in Montana or northern part of the country near Canada, or all the way down to down in Texas and Florida where we live here, you're going to be able to grow these. And you've got a 1-year warranty on them. So if you have any issues, hey, listen, if it's 6 months, whatever, one of them dies on you and you bought it from a flower store, they're going to laugh at you when you walk in. We're not going to do that because we want your repeat business, and these are gorgeous. Everybody that orders today will get 6 of the rootstocks. They come in 3 packages, 2 to a pack. And all you need to do, would you tell everybody what do they do when they get them home, Rochelle, real quick?
So all you have to do is you pull them out of this bag. You're going to get 6 of them, 2 in each bag. They'll each be labeled. Like this one says Fragrant Returns. That's that pale yellow one that smells so good. And pull them out. The stalks will look like this. They're very healthy. They've got a little bit of moisture to them. They feel great. They'll have a little green tip on the top. You want to plant that upright, just a little bit underneath the soil. Although, honestly, if you screw it up and you plant it upside down or sideways or whatever, it is not going to matter. That's how reliable and strong and vigorous these are. They will grow whatever which way you plant them. And to be honest, if you look at this one, I don't know if you can see, there's all kinds. There's probably 5 little green tips coming off of this. So you can imagine how bushy and how much of that nice, beautiful foliage you're going to have immediately. They will bloom for you immediately. They will get bigger and bigger every year. If you want to split them after a few years, you can do that. They are very easy to split and share, or move to other areas of your garden and have more and more. I love to see them like in big old rows and big clumps. Like it's so pretty because they last all summer. They go from literally like mid spring or early summer, that kind of June timeframe, right through the fall with blooms.
Yeah, I mean, look how beautiful they are. That's a great idea. I love them in rows, but it's up to you. We're going to move on to our next plant really quick, so bear with us there, Rochelle. Really quickly, I want to mention our best value of the day. We are over